Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, Star, issue number 2. Listen, this is not going to be your average comic book where it's like, oh, these great things happen in here. No, 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 no. This is a very slow comic book. Even though there's some good fighting in here, it's a very slow comic book. What this does is, it very early, which scares me a little bit, but it very early in this 5-issue, I believe, limited series, brings you from here to here, because you can tell that here is going to be a very different place. So, does this comic book actually work? I think it does. Let's get into who made the comic book. We'll get into the comic book itself. Possibly a little bit of speculation. Anyway, this is part 2 of Birth of a Dragon, the second issue of Star. Writer is Kelly Thompson. The artists are Javier Pina and Felipe Andrade. The color artist is Jesus Abertov. VC's Clayton Cowles does the letters. Carmen Carnero and Jesus Abertov does the cover. Variant covers by Kirby Fagan, and the logo is by Selena Mahina. I'm just saying, I really like that name. Selena Mahina. Yeah, I could totally bust with that. Anyway, so Riley Ripley is getting a lesson in education and how to be a hero. I don't know if that's necessarily the right way to look at this, but how to use the reality stone for certain. My speculation is that she might actually learn to be a hero from Wanda Maximoff also. Now, this is not going to be easy to do because Wanda has her own problems. She's not one of the original Avengers, but she's actually from the second wave of Avengers way back in the day, right? But she's also had more than her fair share of turning evil, possession moments, being completely freaky and doing crazy stuff. Remember the time that she almost scratched off Wonder Man's junk? Yeah, I'm saying, all right? I'm just putting that out there. I'm going to leave that there. You could do with it whatever you want if you come upon it. That's fuss, all right? Anyhow, if she can actually relate to her, because she's asked, like, oh, I don't know, man, I've had a pretty messed up past. And Wanda's like, oh, lady, we could really go into all of my triumphs and failures, all right? I once almost unmade the entire universe simply for the sake of trying to protect myself, okay? But let's not get into who, the who's been hurt the most Olympics, all right? Because then it's only going to lead to more pain. So I actually dig on that. I definitely do. When push comes to shove, Wanda has a great opportunity to teach this character, Riley Ripley, how to be a hero. And there's a good chance that might happen because one of her powers is probability manipulation. And oh, don't you find it interesting that this is the comic book where you actually get to see that moment, that Breaking Bad-ish moment. Because in issue 1 of Captain Marvel, also under Kelly Thompson, and then issue 8 of that same title, that somewhere in between there is when apparently Riley Ripley wound up becoming a bad guy. And yet we don't get to see what that moment is until now. We get to see that origin story, if you will. And it does have a lot to do with probability. Go figure. And it's kind of like one of those moments where you realize that there's no God, right? Whether it's true or not, who cares? It's just the idea. At some point, I think everybody comes to some realization that, oh my God, what if there's no God? What if this is all just completely random? Well, that's kind of really messed up. And you can understand why Riley is being so freaky. Not just right now, but prior to this also. Can she actually learn these powers? Maybe. Is it going to wind up killing her? Possibly. But we'll have to see. In the meantime, we get these 4 characters all throughout this book that we keep on going back to. And it's like, what are these guys? Damage control? Who are these people? What's going on? And it's not until the very end that you finally realize what was happening. Oh, yeah, I am so freaking down for this. All right, so we got a nice return of a team that we all are just like, yes! And I'm genuinely curious to see what's about to happen here. Anyway, this was a really good book. Wanda Maximoff is also one of my, I've got my favorite female characters, but to me, the hottest freaking female character is always going to be Wanda Maximoff. I love the way that she can be drawn, and in this particular case, yes, she's drawn really well. There is a moment here, she's wearing this cape the whole time, including on the cover, right? And somehow she loses the cape here and winds up getting back, like from every scene afterwards. Just this one gorgeous picture of her For some reason, the cape's gone. The tie around her neck and everything like that. Probability manipulation. Let's just let that slide, right? Anyhow, I love the way this book is drawn. I mean, when you look at the dynamics, the poses, and stuff like that, like look at Riley holding that axe. I mean, that's just freaking gorgeous. The motion of the swoosh, the slice, all of that. That is just beautiful. Yeah, to me, there is zero drawback in getting this comic book. I genuinely love this. And there's a moment at the end where it's a weird kind of ending because Riley goes, because they're looking for a dragon, the birth of a dragon. That's the title of this, right? They're looking for a dragon. And there's a moment at the end where Riley looks and she goes, oh, and then she says something about that, maybe not being a dragon. Okay, what am I about to see? What am I about to see in the next issue? Damn it. I gotta wait a month for the next issue? That's fussed. Anyway, I'll wait. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.